You landed a brand deal, but before you sign, you need to make sure that you know what you're agreeing to. Your contract can affect how you're paid, who uses your content, and even future brand opportunities. So, as an actor and a content creator, I know exactly how exciting it can be to land a brand partnership. But understanding and shaping the contract is just as important as landing the deal. Joining me today is SAG-AFTRA's Shaine Griffin to break down what every creator should keep in mind when negotiating a brand partnership agreement. Hey, Shaine.
Hi, Gabrielle.
Let's get into it. What's the first thing creators should make sure is clearly defined in their agreement?
Yeah, so number one is services, having a clear description of exactly what you're being hired to do. That means how many posts, videos, stories, live streams, other deliverables that are required, and it covers deadlines, timelines, expectations, and any additional responsibilities the brand may expect of you.
Why is that so important?
If the work isn't clearly defined upfront, expectations can shift later, and that can create problems. So, a good agreement leaves little room for confusion. Everyone should know exactly what's being delivered before any work begins.
Once I've created the content, where can the brand use it?
So that's where usage rights come in. Your contract should specify which platforms the content can appear on, whether the brand can repost it, amplify it, or use it in websites, emails, or in other marketing materials. And critically, you'll want to include specifics about how long those rights last.
Okay. Are there any other red flags creators should watch out for?
Yeah, absolutely. Pay close attention to broad language like in perpetuity, which means forever, or in all media now known or hereafter developed. Generally speaking, the more rights a brand receives, the more valuable your content becomes to them. So make sure you understand exactly where your content can be used and for how long before you sign anything.
Okay. So let's talk about everyone's reason for making content getting paid.
Yeah, exactly. Your agreement should clearly state how much you're being paid, when payment is due, how payment will be made, and whether any expenses or production costs will be reimbursed.
Got it. So, can we talk about the ownership of content?
Absolutely. And this one is so important. We recommend that you, as the content creator, retain ownership of the content you're creating. It's okay if that carves out rights to the brand's pre existing intellectual property, but if the brand wants to use or repost your content, make clear that you are granting them usage rights for a specific period of time and not just freely handing over the content itself.
Okay. And I see this next one a lot. What is an exclusivity clause?
Yeah, so an exclusivity clause limits which other brands you can work with during a certain period of time. For example, if you're promoting one athletic shoe company, you may be restricted from working with competing brands at the same time.
Meaning I could sign with one brand and that cancels me out of working with other brands that are similar?
Yeah, exactly. And that's why you need to understand which brands are considered competitors, how long those restrictions last, and whether the limitation is actually reasonable for what you're being paid. And never assume exclusivity is standard. It's something you can always negotiate.
Well, write these down for the next time you sign your next brand partnership. Services, usage rights, compensation and payment terms, ownership of content, and exclusivity. Let's protect your content, your income, and your future opportunities as a content creator. For more information about the SAG-AFTRA Influencer Agreement and resources for creators, visit sagaftra.org/influencer or email us at influencer@sagaftra.org. Thank you, Shaine.
Thanks, Gabrielle.